Hello beautiful people and welcome back to a crazy episode in which we're gonna test Jester just like you guys requested with a level 5, but this time versus Po with level 5 because yes, I'm gonna show you some battle reports in which I have Po downgraded to level 5, but also we're gonna compare it versus Po with a level 7. We're gonna put all those battle reports on the screen. We're gonna try to give these marches a certain value which represents their performance, and of course then we're going to put all the battle reports which we have tested since Jester came out, because all these tests are done versus Mr. Roman from server 2216 and no stats or configurations were actually changed. So before we start, a very quick remark from my side. Why have I prioritized Po on this test and not Gypsy? Because I can do this too. You see, I'm having a Gypsy level 7. For a simple reason, because we know that Po is with level 5, but also with level 7 slightly better than Gypsy. So that's the reason why I am prioritizing Po for this episode. So as always, a massive shout out goes again out to Mr. Roman from server 2216. And what I'm going to present you first is Po level 5 with Lila level 5 and Zen with level 5. And another quick remark here. Yes, guys, I'm aware a lot of you asked me to use Duke instead of Lila. But since I want to focus this episode strictly on the difference between Jester and Po, I don't necessarily want to change any other factors like replacing Lila with Duke. So let's have a look, and here you see we are using literally the same stuff, same units, no encyclements, heavy trooper, literally the same setup. And here you see me with Po level 5, Lila level 5 and Zen with level 5 versus Mr. Roman, which has not changed his setup. So a huge shout out goes out to him and a massive thank you. Also what's to be mentioned in here that on Mr. Po I literally am using the gear setup safe for Stromoy. Again, I'm trying to eliminate as many factors as possible, and pretty much everything is the same. And you can also have a look that we even have Navy perks on Mr. Po. And now I'm just gonna show you 5 battle reports on the screen, dear beautiful people. Yes, I know, just only 5. And this is the moment in which I highly recommend you guys to pause the video, take a screenshot, because comparing the total damage output of these heroes in certain match configurations against the regular attack total damage is one of the solid factors which definitely helps you understand a little bit better how are those heroes actually performing. Good, now let's put the 5 battle reports in numbers on the screen and let's see the average match performance. So here the best match performance is 26% units still left on Mr. Roman's march, and the worst performance possible is when Mr. Roman still had 61% of his units left alive, and this brings us to an average performance of this setup. Po with level 5, Zen and Lila also with level 5 of 39.8%. Now we're gonna compare all these numbers at the end of the video, but let's first see how Po level 7 performs versus Jester with level 5. And honestly speaking, a quick spoiler, I actually expected slightly more from this setup. And here I'm going to present you 6 battle reports because one, I actually succeeded to defeat Mr. Roman. And let's have a look at the attributes in order for you to see exactly this. You see a Po level 7, Lila level 5, Zen level 5. Pretty much everything is the same, beautiful people. Same gear, perks and so on. And let me put these 6 battle reports now on the screen. And again, I highly recommend you guys, if you love to crush the numbers, take a screenshot right now to crush these numbers. The total damage output of every hero versus the regular attack, especially in this configuration. And now let's put the 6 battle reports on the screen. Just like you saw, I succeeded to win one time with 4% of my units still left alive. But though there is indeed a slightly difference in the march size between me and Mr. Roman, difference which has not changed throughout the testing done on Jester's performance. Therefore, the best performance possible is minus 3.7%, and the worst performance possible is Mr. Roman still having 48% still left on his march. And this brings us to a whopping performance of Po level 7 with Zen and Lila level 5 of just 22.55%. Why am I saying just 22.5%? Yeah, hold on to your seats because we are gonna put all this setup testing on the screen and let's see what conclusion can we draw out of this. So first of all, from the level 5 perspective, you see Po with Zen and Lila versus Stromoy, Zen and Lila, and indeed Po slightly performs better, reaching this 39.8%, but we also have to say that this average value could go slightly up or slightly down if I would have the possibilities to do more beta reports, but we have to try the best with what we have right now. But it still doesn't change the fact if we are comparing Po level 5 in this configuration with Zen and Lila with Jester level 5, there is still a big difference there. And what's even more surprising for me, actually, seeing the performance of Po with level 7 versus Jester with level 5, and this is far too close, especially taking in consideration that the level 7 exclusive skill costs you $1,800 versus a level 5 exclusive skill which costs you only $180, so 10 times that, which is another reason for me to say always to pay attention in which marches you are using which heroes, because not just only how the hero performs is very important, also how it synergizes with the other two heroes within that match. So anyways, beautiful people, I hope this was a very interesting video. I know for sure it was interesting for me by seeing the results with Po level 7. As always, yeah, do not forget to support what supports you back. That is this channel and me personally since November 2022. How do you do that? You are subscribing to this channel, you are watching these videos, you are sharing this channel with your friends, you are interacting with people in the messages, in all these videos. Thank you very much for watching, dear beautiful people, and I will gonna catch you in the next one. Ciao, guys.